So one of the things that you'll see up on the screen right now is here we've got a motor, and when I walk up on it, I can see that there's some corrosion to the base. I'm taking a look at the condition of the concrete, and as I walk up, I start seeing that the shims are coming out from underneath the motor, which is not a good thing to see happening. So, this is not uncommon. When you go out and look for the signs of failure, there are times you're going to find them. And so the next thing we need to do is, as we see that those shims are coming out, well, that's something that's going to need to be addressed. We take a look at the condition of the bolting, whether we have tight jack bolts or so. Here we have an example of a stack of shims. What we would really like to see is no more than 4 shims underneath any 1 foot, okay? When we have a stack of shims like that, it kind of acts like a spring. And it's very difficult to get a machine lined up to within 2/1000ths of an inch on a stack of shims like that. And so it's less than ideal, and that would be something that we would take care of doing some improvement-based or precision-type work. Next time we have an opportunity to work on this machine, we'll consolidate those shims so that we get down to less than 4 shims, and then we'll be sure that that nothing's going to move around and that machine is going to be stable. Okay. Here is another example of an electric motor where we walked up on, we see that the motor junction box is both damaged, and the electrical cable going into the motor junction box, the flex conduit, has actually been pulled out, and we're missing a bolt as well out of the motor junction box. And so, these are things that we find. This is something that needs to be addressed and fixed and repaired. In this case, sooner rather than later, as we've got in this case an unsafe condition out there. So, when it comes to inspecting motors, it doesn't have to take a lot of time. But if we have, a regimen of what we're going to look at as we're walking up on the machine, looking at the conditions, looking for leaks above the motor, coming above and around the motor, any signs of corrosion and things, damage to the motor base and the foundation as we're walking up on it. Then as we get to the motor, we quickly check it, some of the look, listen, and feel items, and then we can get further into it using some simple instruments. We can collect a lot of very specific, detailed information that characterizes the state of that machine in a very short period of time. All right, so that's how we go about doing a very quick and thorough inspection of a motor. I hope that helps you in your future motor inspections.